Welcome to Straight No Chaser. So grab a glass and join your hosts, your girl Ann BZ, Pastor C, Thin Bad, and the Chief.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Straight No Chaser with your hosts, myself, Thin Bad. You got the Chief.
Hello.
And BZ and Pastor C, who's laid out with us tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight.
We don't
talking
need
about
hell with them. We
homeschooling.
can do this ourselves.
We can do it. We can handle it. Okay.
That's right. We got
we
this.
can handle it ourselves. But we got some help, though. We got some help some help that's going somebody who can help us out. We're talking about homeschooling without losing your mind.
Yes, sir.
Because it's with everything going on with COVID. I mean, we talked about some heavy stuff the past couple of times, and while it's still very serious, you gotta have some fun for a minute. You got to take a second to breathe. These kids are here all day. What are you gonna do? You're losing your mind. I mean, what's going to happen? You find out that the teachers have not been lying. Your kid just bad. It's just the way it is. No, they up in they come to the PCA meetings and they're like, right. What you mean? My child ain't this. My child not that. And now they come up to, please,
that little bastard.
Please,
I didn't even know he had a mother. I thought he was a bastard child until you showed up.
They're home trying to do some new math. Can't remember the old math. And you know it's bad when your math got more letters in it than your English class.
That's right.
I mean, I don't understand. I said, is this math? They said, yeah, I thought it was the Soul Train Scramble Boy. I didn't know what was going on.
That's right.
So we got some help. People losing their mind. They're losing their mind, Chief. You got parents out there strung out talking about in the middle of the street doing, I told you not to tell me. They are like, I've had enough. Grown children. You got children whipping parents whipping. It's going stone crazy. But tonight we've got some help. So we got Miss Shannon Banks, 25 years with the Clark County School System. And now she's administrative assistant for the South Academic Center. Did I get that all right?
Yes, sir. You did.
It's good. So she's a professional. So she can tell us what to do and how to keep these parents out of jail. Because this is what we need. It's bad enough you got COVID, but now you got your parents are going to be locked up for trying to choke the children out. No, but in all seriousness, Shannon Banks, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about what it is you do on the day-to-day and how this is going. I mean, are you running into parents that have had do you have any words of wisdom for us parents who are like out of our mind at this point?
A whole bunch of patience and a lot of prayer.
Oh, that'll be something. I was fresh. I was halfway out. I'm all out of patience, and I'm just trying to get my prayer life back. But Chief, can you help me? Can you help me?
Yes, Brother Wendell. Let's bow our heads for a word of prayer as we pray for Sister Shannon Banks and her children's.
Yes.
Can you bow your head? Because I think we need some prayer now.
She can handle it. She's not. I believe she can handle it. 25 years of experience. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a whole lot of children, and she's still. You all can't see her on Radio Land, but she still looks all right. She doesn't look any worse for the wear. Children aren't wearing her out or nothing. She's just as smooth, and she can handle. You hear it in her voice. She's just like.
She looks good, doesn't she? She looks like a brand new $10 bill.
Thank you.
She looks good. She looks good.
I would have tried to find something better to say than that, Chief. But all right, you're gonna go with that.
It's like a dish of peach cobbler. She looks good. Doesn't she look good? Looks like peach cobbler.
He's not right. Chad, I don't know what you're gonna do. I told you I apologized early before this all started, but I mean, as we are having fun, there is some seriousness to this because the other piece for me, one of the things that I was thinking about, a lot of times our children have difficulties in school as it is when they're in school, trying to, with all of the aids and all of the things that happen there, that they can use, all of the things that can help them, and the tutoring, and now you got them home with parents who have, a lot of parents who haven't thought about that. They're like, oh my God, what can I do? And on a serious note, they worry about what's going to happen. Is how is this social distancing? Does it have any effect on social promotion? What's going to happen? Because kids are, a lot of these school systems are still closed and probably going to be closed for a bit. So how do we, what words of wisdom and advice can you give us?
As long as they log in when their teachers have them log in, we can't justify failing anyone.
Okay.
If you don't log in, or if you don't call in, or if you don't have any contact with any of your teachers, that's the only thing you really got to worry about. All I can say to the parents is just to be there for them, help them as much as they can. And the teachers should be calling their house and asking them questions or talking to them on their emails, because they are reaching out. They're making calls, they're emailing, they're getting in contact with these kids.
Yeah.
So may I ask a question?
We don't have that, face-to-face contact.
Right.
What do you do about that kid that's just dumb as hell?
He needs a beating. Calm down, Chief.
I'm sorry. Continue, Thin Bad. I'm sorry. I'm just rude.
Yeah, I'm watching, I've got a 21-year-old and I've got a about to be 13-year-old, well, about to be 21 and about to be 13. So the 13-year-old is the one that's, aside from the fact that she's almost 13, that's a problem in and of itself. But being out of school and trying to go through all of this, because she's like, what's going to happen next year? And how am I going to, I said, you can't answer all that. All you got to do is the work that's in front of you right now and continue to put one foot forward. It's I gotta take my hat off to the teachers though, all across the nation, because I know Time Magazine does their Person of the Year thing. And I bet if this year, it needs to be the K-12 teachers, because they have adjusted on a dime. And no fussing, no stressing. I mean, it just seemed to be easy. I know it wasn't, but they made it so smooth. And I say that coming from higher education, working with a bunch of college professors who they're like, what do we got to do? We got to go online? You mean we got to use our computer now? How do we do that? I mean, I don't understand. Well, I need to turn it on. Where's the on button? Do you have the on button? Where is that? What is this here? What is it? Do I press the apple? Do I press the apple? No, you do not, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. You do. I mean, they were fussing back and forth, but they're supposed to be teaching online anyway and knowing how to do this. But the public school teachers got right into it and handled business. So they get my vote for Person of the Year for Time Magazine. That's right, all the teachers. But in all seriousness, how is there anything special about over your 25 years at Clark County school system? Is that the only school system that you've been in? Has been Clark County that entire time? So
yes, I've been here with Clark County for 25 years.
Right.
I've been at several different schools, but the behavior system is the one I've been with the longest. I've worked at.
God bless you.
I worked at high schools and middle schools, but I feel more comfortable at a behavior school.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, but
No, that's when folks are doing what they're called to do, it feels right. It may sound crazy to somebody else because it's not their thing,
right.
but you can handle it. And just a smooth, I can't get over how smooth she is. She's just like relaxed and just, I'd be a nervous wreck. I'd be in school talking about her. Sit down, shut up, stop it, put it back, hold it down. Come in, close the door.
They really do. They listen. They respect us. They don't give us they don't give us that. Yeah.
No. I was at my daughter's school hollering like that when I was trying to help out. I was just sitting there. Shut up! Stop it! Put it back! Get out here! Give me my book. Where's my wallet? Give me my keys. Get out of my car. Get the dog. Chief, help me. Help me, Chief.
Boys. So let me ask you a couple questions here, Shannon. So when you give out the computers and stuff to the parents and so forth, do you see a look of horror on their faces, like, oh my God, what am I getting into? Just from that point, let's start there.
It just depends, because our parents, they run from the younger parents all the way up to grandparents. Mm. So like the grandparents, this is a whole new generation for them to do anything online. Like a lot of parents don't even know how to go to Amazon and order stuff. So to go find a class and look up their work and log into a class, this is different for them. So that part of it, yes.
And so when you distribute the computers and so forth, I take it one of the challenges that you had was making sure that all of your students had access to the internet?
Yes.
And so how did you all resolve those challenges?
Different places giving out free internet, as long as you don't have a past due bill or anything like that. So we tell them contact Cox or whomever it might be and to get connected. But yeah, we tell them how to get connected, where you should find the connection at on there. And yeah, I get a lot of phone calls about that.
And so let's get into the academic part of this. So normally, what type of classes are the youngsters taking every day, and how does the day look in Clark County? I know school systems across the country have different ways of doing their virtual teaching, but in Clark County, how does it look typically on a day?
So English, math, science, history, computers, and you have a special class. Well, that's computers or Spanish or something like that. Just depends on what school you're at. So that's a typical day.
And do the students spend a certain degree of time in each class, or you just kind of go for what you know?
So some teachers at our school will just give them the assignment and just tell them when it's due back. Or they might set a day to we have 7 classes. So they have maybe 2 virtual classes a day. They probably have to log in and talk to a couple of teachers a day. But pretty much they get the assignment and then they have a certain time to turn it in, and the teachers give them feedback, give them the grade, tell them what they need to work on. That's pretty much what we're working towards. And we only have 1 more week left of school. Next week is the last week of school, and then we're rolling into summer school and summer.
What advice did you give to the parents when all this COVID stuff broke out and you all started realizing we're going to have to shut this down? What advice did they give the parents as they started sending home computers and lessons and those types of things?
That we would be there for them as much as we could. As long as we can contact you in some type of way, we're going to keep reaching out to you. My son's school call once or twice a week, but they meet virtually 3 times a week, and they email just about every day. And that's pretty much what we're doing at South. We email as far as the teachers, the staff in the office. They reach out to parents to make sure they're okay. If they need anything, we pretty much are a small family at South Academic Center. We're not as large as the other schools, but we have most of the discipline problems there. And
we're already getting some chat, and Phil has a question. Want to know how do Phil is one of our regulars. If you've gotten Phil to send the question, you're really hitting on some stuff. So how do the young people end up at the South Academic Center?
It depends. There's 5